In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace your inner fender liner on your Kia Soul. It's located behind your front wheel. Using a 21mm socket, we're going to take off our wheel. If your wheel is stuck, put one lug nut back on and give it a good whack with a rubber mallet. And remove your wheel. Using a Phillips head screwdriver or a drill bit, you're going to take out 1, 2, and 3 plastic grommets, and then you're going to have 2 underneath after that. Sometimes you got to put a little pressure behind it in order to get that middle part out. Remove these 2 screws. Pull the grommets out. Now you can pull this back. Now we're going to remove this nut, this screw, and then these 3. And then you're going to remove this bolt. Using a 10mm socket, we're going to remove this bolt. Using a 15mm socket, you can remove this plastic nut or just use pliers if you need it. Before taking your fender liner off, you're going to want to take out these grommets and pull them away from the actual car. You're going to need a pry bar or a little screwdriver to get underneath, and then slide a trim tool in here to remove these from the metal part of the car. And just work your way up to the next one, slide your trim tool in, and pop it out. I'm just going to take these out. You're going to use a pry bar, and you're going to push that plastic piece away from this plastic panel so you can get in there with your trim tool and release that plastic grommet. Once you've released it, you can pull off your liner. To install your fender liner, you're going to start by hooking it onto that stud in the back, right here. It's a good way to start, and then just pushing it into place. For this one, we have to feed this grommet, the last grommet we took out, back in. We're gonna go ahead and put our grommets in here too. And now we can push this in to place. I'm gonna start on this bottom piece because it's the hardest one to get to. You're gonna pull this back a little bit and slide that grommet into the place where it lives. Like that. Now you can push these ones in. Once you get your grommets in, you can put your plastic nut on your stud, and that'll hold it in place. After you put your plastic nut on over here, we're going to move on to these 3 screws and our mud flap. So place your mud flap back where it was, and you can start your screws. Tighten those down. And now we have our bolt that goes in here. Just going to use a punch to help me find everything. And you can feed that through. And tighten it up. Now we can continue to move on to the top. So push this up. And go ahead and get this grommet in there. You may need a punch to line this up. And you can go ahead and tighten that one in. And now we're going to continue to the front. We're going to put our fender liner on this side now. And we're going to line things up. Tuck it in where it needs to be. Gonna kind of hunt for that hole over here. There it is. And I'm gonna put my fastener in there. Once you get that in place, it makes it a little easier. And now we're gonna go for this one. Just right there. Make sure you push this in so that this lip on the bumper is on top of it. Things should line up nicely now. You can put your plastic grommet here. Make sure everything lines up underneath and put your plastic grommets in. There's only 2 of them. Install your wheel. You're gonna start your lug nuts by hand. Once you get those started by hand, you're going to start at the lower one, walk the wheel on. And then tighten in a star-like pattern. Using a 21mm socket, I'm going to torque our wheels to 80 foot-pounds in a star-like pattern.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.